Yes, boys. So in this video, I'm gonna break down how I closed 45K in euros, which is I think like 50K in USD, 52K in USD. And I'm gonna show you this, guys, because so many gurus in the online space talk, how they did this and they did that, and they don't actually practice what they preach. They don't practice it. Meaning, if you're a sales coach, you're not selling anything. You're just teaching other people how to sell, and that's just the worst thing you can do. Just teach people stuff that you have never really done yourself, like they do in school. Like math teacher has never been a mathematician, or a business teacher has never been an entrepreneur, right? We're not doing that shit here, guys. We're doing stuff where actually I'm transparent. I show you guys results and I show you them right now. I mean, I'm going to show you them so much that I'm going to share my screen and actually show you in July. This is our office, the office of my solar company where I am closing right now. And I'm actually closing deals. Lately, I've been creating pipelines, offers in the pipelines with deals at like 4, 24, 25K in euros, right? Which is almost 30K USD that I'm going to be closing soon because usually a deal in solar takes way longer than a normal like one call close. It takes like 2, 3 weeks to close a deal from the beginning. And this was, guys, as you see, 8th of July, 2025. This is wins, which is wins basically means the wins of the company, people closing. So this was my sales manager at the time. And you can basically see here, and this is all in Italian, of course, because I'm selling in Italian for the solar company. I closed this guy at 13.25, right? Then I closed this guy, 15.5. And then I basically right here, manca uno, which means misses one. One is missing. And then I closed this third guy for 14.9K, total 45,000 euros, which in USD is, just gonna see. Yeah, 52,317 USD closed in one single day, right? And it's here, documented. So I can even show you the receipts. I mean, whatever you want, guys. I'm here for transparency, just to show you that anything in life is possible. So what I did in that day is in one day, I closed 53K and brought home in commissions. Since commissions in solar are lower, they're at 7 to 8%, but I closed them for a very high margin. That's why it's a high price. So I closed them for 8%. I did 8% of 53K in one day, which is like almost 5K, maybe 4.5K, but in one day generated for myself in my pocket in commissions in profit, right? And how I did that, and this is why the video is called I made 53K by just listening. I did this by literally just listening to these people. What you should be doing as a closer, as somebody who is in high ticket sales, is not talking. Like people think that a closer is the person that's going to be there and talk all the time and just be the best, have the best charisma, have the best just at speaking and charming people, which is true in certain points. For example, in your pitch, for example, when you're closing the deal and you're just showing and sharing your perspective, you should be charming, you should be good at speaking and having charisma. But what is way more important is the ability to listen. So in a sales call, guys, literally it should be 80% the prospect speaking and 20% you speaking, even less. Sometimes it can even be 10% you speaking, 90% the prospect speaking. I'm speaking to people when it comes to like, there's one deal right now that I'm closing for, as I said before, 25K for the solar plant, 25K. So it's 2K commissions for me that I'm closing. And the guy, he's also buying another plant, a smaller one. So in total, it's going to be like 35K. This guy, every time I hop on call with him, I let him speak as much as possible. I don't really direct the call to where I want it to go because I know that he's going to speak as much as possible. And the thing is, guys, if the person speaks to you, whether they're complaining, whether they're talking, and I see this all the time with all my top closes, they're just speaking to you because they're getting trust in you. They're getting familiar with you. And if they just speak with you so much time, literally just in their mind, like they spent an hour of their time speaking to you, that's like a commitment if you think about it. Like if you're just speaking for so much time to a person, that's a commitment, and it's gonna make you way more trustworthy, way more important in their eyes than a person that they spoke to like 10 minutes. The other, maybe a competitor that is trying to sell them the same thing that they spoke to way less. So just speaking and making the prospect speak is so important. But how do I do this? How do I do this if sometimes you get really fortunate and you get these prospects that end up speaking all the time because you like ask a couple questions and they just share everything and they open up, right? How do you do this if the person does not open up, if the person is not that extroverted, right? And it's literally just asking questions in a very specific tone. So it's not asking questions in like a robotic tone, right? So let's say I'm here, I'm the closer, and I'm gonna be like, hey man, so yeah, what got you into this call? Just like this, right? Authority, too much robotic, too much salesy, right? Instead, the right tonality should be, so let's say I'm on the call with you, and I'm like, okay, yeah, awesome, bro. So actually, what what got you into this call, bro? You see the difference? I was way more curious. I was way more like trying to understand you, bro. I'm trying to understand what got you interested, right? I'm genuinely curious based on my tonality, and being genuinely curious makes the person be like, oh, okay, well, I mean, this guy is not really pushy. He's just trying to understand me more. So it lowers their guard because the main thing you should be doing in a sales call is lowering people's guard. What does lowering people's guard mean? Well, people hop on the call knowing, oh yeah, this guy's gonna sell me something, right? If you behave in the opposite way, so no, I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just trying to help you right now, bro. You're just acting like a friend. You're acting like somebody who's genuinely interested in them. Who in that call, the prospect is all that matters, and the only thing that matters is not you trying to sell them, but you trying to help them out and fix the problem that they're on that call for. Then you literally solved everything. You literally got them to shift their perspective, lower their guard, their sales guard, because they're like, oh, okay, this guy's not actually selling me. You are selling them, right? But the mindset, the perception is, okay, this guy's not actually selling me. He's actually trying to help me. He's trying to give me value. Because if you're able to give value and to help people in a call, you close every single time. If you're able to do this, you basically won, literally, because then the person's going to open up, the person's going to trust you, the person's going to be like, ah, he's not the classic salesman, and they're going to start speaking, they're going to start talking. And the more they talk, number one, as I said, the person's going to feel open, like they're opening up, and they're going to feel like they can trust you, and they're going to feel like, they're actually giving time to you, so they got to like justify all this time that they gave to you, number one. And number two is by talking, you're not going to just stay there and just be like this, like just not even listening or just fucking scrolling TikTok on your phone while they're talking. No, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be listening attentively. You can even like write notes. Actually, it would be better to write notes on a sheet of paper and understand what they're talking about, what their pain points are, right? So, example, you're selling a fitness coaching, and you're asking to the person, okay, so what actually got you into this call, bro? You see how I paused between the phrase? It's not that I'm uncertain or that I'm not sure of myself. It is an intentional pause, right? So what got you like that? It's intentional to make sure that I have that curious tonality. What got you into this call, bro? And the person says, well, yeah, I wanna lose fat. Okay, you already individuated a pain point, right? So pain point number one is, okay, they want to lose fat, so that's their main problem. And you don't stop there because they didn't speak enough, right? And they didn't really open up. They just told you a very shallow thing. So you're like, oh, okay, so you want to lose fat, bro? Why is that? Like, why are you looking to lose fat? What are you looking to achieve at the end of the day with actually losing fat and getting to the type of physique that you want to get to? And you got to keep speaking and keep asking questions to dig deeper into something. So let's say you find a pain point, you escalate that pain point, you dig deeper on that pain point. So you make sure that they really not only give you a shallow answer like, oh, I just want to lose fat. You're like, okay, why do you want to lose fat? Like, who are you doing this for? Are you doing this for your girlfriend? Are you doing this for yourself? Do you feel insecure when you're looking to the mirror? Are you just looking to, do more exercise and feel comfortable with your body? How comfortable are you when you take off your shirt, bro? All these type of questions that make them, you dig deeper to their pain points, make them realize exactly what is that makes them tick, what is that really makes them like emotional. So you get them into that emotional state, and once they are in that emotional state, that's when they buy, right? So this is by literally doing like this, bro, literally listening, asking the questions that will make you find their real pain points that you can use in the pitch, you can use in the close. Because once they say, "Oh, I don't feel really happy with myself once I look at myself in the mirror, like I just feel embarrassed." Then at the end of the call, when they say, "I got to think about it," you can be like, "Wait, but you did tell me that right now you feel very embarrassed looking at the mirror. Don't you want to change that?" Okay, so you do understand that by the only way you're going to change that is by actually taking action right now, right? Because if you don't take action right now, nothing is really going to change, and you're going to keep feeling embarrassed by looking at yourself. Do you understand that? So you make them think in the objection phase, but you already have you need what you need in the objection phase because you already asked those pain points by listening, right? And you already found those pain points by listening. Sorry. So very really simple is listen to your prospects on the call, make sure to be there. And this is the same thing both on in calls, guys, and in real life. If you're able to just listen to people and you're really able to find people's pain points, just make them talk, then they're gonna be like, oh yeah, you're a great listener. But you're not a great listener. You just shut the fuck up. You just stayed there and just listen to them, right? That doesn't make you a great listener, but it does, paradoxically, right? So this is what you got to do, guys. Listen, ask the right questions, and just dig deeper. Once you find a pain point, pain point literally means the reason why they're on the call. Pain point is I'm too fat, and the reason why I'm on this call is to change that, right? That's a pain point. I'm too fat. Escalate that. Understand why they're not okay with that pain point, and just make it hurt in the call so that they become emotional. And in that emotional state, they're going to buy, right? And it seems like I'm manipulating people, right? It doesn't sound like we're evil, but we're really not. We're manipulating them with the truth, right? This is a phrase that my man David said, manipulating them with the truth with me, which means we are making them understand themselves what is best for them by asking them the right questions, and we're literally changing their lives and helping them by doing so, right? So this is why it's so important. So guys, hope this video was of value, was of use. I'm gonna just try to upload as much as possible, just give you guys sauce. And if you want to achieve the same results, get to 4K, 5K in commissions in a single day like I did, or at least in a month, get to 10, 15K, which is easy stuff if you're really good in sales and you literally apply what I use because other guys in my community are doing this every single month. Then, of course, text me on Instagram and I'll send you a couple other videos, a couple of the resources that you can go through that I can help you with. And then from there, if you are the type of person that wants to work with me one-to-one, then of course DM me on Instagram and I'll see if you're a good fit. I'll see if we can work together and you got what it takes. So yeah, guys, see you on the next one.